feel to get this win?
Exciting.
Hey, little brother, who stop playing? Little brother,
Tell it.
hold on. Whole lot of Memphis. Whole lot of Memphis.
Let's go, baby. Where you gonna post him up at?
Rivals.com, Tiger Sports Report.
Okay,
Go
big.
Tigers, baby.
Live on Rock 102.7, the flagship station.
Tell me when you're ready.
Coach, for the last couple of years.
Well, do I get to say something? I said, y'all tell me when you're ready. Y'all ready? Really proud of our football team. That was a hard-earned victory. It was one that we came in this week. We knew with the regional rivalry that we have in this game, there was going to be a lot of emotion. Opening game of the season. I'm going to tell you what, to all of Tiger Nation and all of Memphis, thank you. Thank you for showing up today at that Tiger Bowl. Thank you for the energy. Thank you for the energy that you brought into that stadium, and that was an exciting atmosphere to play a game in. So proud of our guys. We talked all through the week. Said whatever it takes, whatever it takes. You know, we knew that there would be some first game mistakes, some things that would show up, some guys that had new opportunities. But whatever it took, we just wanted to be 1 point better. And for our football team, hats off to our defensive staff. Coach Fuller, defensive staff was incredible, absolutely incredible. Kept them off balance all game long. We knew coming into it that whoever could establish the running game would put themselves in a position to be successful. And you look at it, we rushed for almost 200 yards. They rushed for 80. That was a big part of this game. I thought Coach Fuller did a great job, with the use of our personnel, how our guys attacked. But it was back and forth the entire time. And I was really proud of our guys, the composure that they had. Some special teams. Adam Williams did a great job flipping the field for us throughout the game. And then to end the game with a 6-minute drive. And that's something I'll remember for a long, long time. Because this football team, it trains, it prepares itself, and they play a top-notch, a physical football here in Memphis, and we got to show the entire country that today with how we ended it. And so I'm so proud of our players. A lot of mistakes that we got to clean up. I think you see 10 penalties. We had some mistakes on third down offensively. Defensively, was dominant on third down. They held them, or kept them to 1 of 10. But just it was all in all a great team win. That's what we were hopeful for. And once again, just hats off to Memphis, because you definitely. We talk about this being a showcase game. You showed in an incredible fashion today, Memphis.
Coach, how do you think your O-line depth fared today? You definitely got tested a little bit with some injuries.
That was, we got tested. So I think we played 8 or 9 different guys on the offensive line. But they just kept battling. I mean, to be able to run for 192 yards against an SEC opponent that is very experienced on the defensive front, that was a challenge of the game. That was where we knew that was going to be their strength against some of our inexperience. But our guys, they never blinked. They just kept battling. I thought our backs ran extremely hard. I thought the quarterback, I thought Brady managed the game in the sense of taking what they were giving him. And we had some of the plays on the perimeter that loosened him up at times and kept him honest. And so I thought all in all, those guys did a nice job for their first game together.
Coach, the 2 fourth downs, last couple of drives, the fourth down plays there in your midfield. Tough decisions at all, or did you feel good about that?
You always feel good. Do we go for it? I felt good about it. So no, it's those are those decisions throughout a game that you got to be willing to make. And I believe in our players. We knew we wanted to have an aggressive mindset today. We look at every scenario. But our defense was playing really well. I felt good about trying to go win the game, not just trying to hold on. And so I thought our guys did an exceptional job. And I flipped over on the headset on the 4th and 2 to Adam. I said, "Man, what you think?" He told me just to go win it. Yes, sir. We had the call. We knew what we wanted. Just that's what good staffs do. They talk to each other. They believe in each other. I had all the confidence in the world that if something bad happened, and we were gonna do what was necessary for one more play and put ourselves in a position to be successful.
What was that play in terms of that play in that situation? What went into that shot?
That's been a play we've worked a lot on here this off season. It's a play that we liked in that situation actually, and so it was something that we thought we had a chance to be able to hit it if it showed up. It wasn't a hard call.
Coach, for the last couple of years, people have been expecting this defense to improve their play. 42-yard slide in the first half, no play bigger than the sack in the second half to put ice on the game. Talk about improving the defense so far.
It's great. We have some players that have developed, and we've played with a lot of young guys in the last few years. And Adam has come in and done just such an exceptional job with these guys. They believe in what we're doing. We're very aggressive today in our mindset and approach. There were times that even when we weren't bringing pressure, those guys were getting off on the ball, creating havoc in the backfield. They just play with great passion. And I was really just so very pleased with the mindset and approach that our defensive guys had. That, even there was a couple. There was a handful of series where you kept going 3 and out on offense and kind of put them in a little challenging situation. But they just kept playing. And you losing Dre in the first half to the targeting call. How about Q? Q comes in and just first couple series that he's in there, he gets an interception, his first career interception. Just so proud of him, and you know, there's so many guys that you could mention. But man, I was very happy.
Could talk about overcoming the penalty bug. I mean, you guys had a lot of penalties.
Yeah, that was kind of one of those things sad to say. We talked a lot about the discipline of what was going to be necessary to be successful. Our guys stayed composed. So I thought our discipline showed up in that. We trusted our training, but we have to get that cleaned up. We can't come out of the game having 10 penalties, and a lot of them are focus penalties, false starts, you know, things that we just can't have. And so you know, we're going to go to work on that. You know, it's game one. Man, I'm excited. Trust me, you're going to walk into our facility, you're going to see pictures on the wall about this game. I mean, this is a big game. And this is a big game for our fan base. It's a big game for this city. I mean, I think this should be a game that should be played, you know, each and every year. I'd love to see that, because this is a game that you can feel the atmosphere that it brings. But you know, we're excited. We're excited about what we've seen. We know we got a lot of work to build off of game one, going into game two, if we want to improve as a team.
Coach, talk about Kenneth Gainwell and his play today, and some big runs there late in the game that kind of stopped the clock away.
Yeah, you know, that was, you know, we have a stable of backs there, and you know, everybody knows about Patrick, and I think Patrick had a great game, you know, in what he did, but then Kenny really stepping up in critical situation, you know, and helping ice the game. You know, a couple catches, you know, a couple of big runs. Just, you know, really proud for that young man. Just the work that he's put into it, and for him to be, you know, for him to be showcased in that moment against, you know, Ole Miss being a Mississippi kid, it was definitely a good sight to see.
Goes without saying, but how big was that safety?
No, it's huge. It was, let me tell you, I was celebrating. No, I saw Bryce pop free, and I knew once Bryce put his foot in the ground, that poor soul, he was coming. And so Bryce covered ground extremely quick, and you know, those guys, they believe in what they're being asked to do. And you know, at the end of the day, it's about the growth from taking what we put on film today and you know, getting better each and every day in practice this week, so that we can continue to be more fundamentally sound, better technique, and just continue to grow.
And that play made the decision to punt the play before it. Looked like a pretty good one.
Yeah, I was. Thanks, Bryce. Appreciate that.
Man, how big is the game being on ABC, nationally televised? How big is that for the program?
I think it's huge. I mean, you know, like I said, it's when you are in a showcase game. I mean, this is the first, you know, really the first real weekend of college football, to kick it off in Memphis, Tennessee. Yes, Lord. Right? That was a beautiful, beautiful sight. Man, 8:30 on that Tiger Walk. I mean, I had goosebumps walking through all of our fan base, and just seeing that, and then knowing that the entire country got a chance to see a little bit of the identity of our football team. And the great thing, it was one that, you know, we believed we were capable of. We believed it. But there's probably a lot of people on the outside that didn't know if it came into that type of game, how we could finish or what we would do. And that was, like I said, that was one of the proudest moments, getting at the end of the game, the 6-minute drive against the SEC opponent, and finishing, seeing the defense that went out and just, you know, dominated in really every phase on that side of the ball. So I'm just really proud of our guys.
So the series is over for now. You happily give them a rematch after this 7-1 loss.
They come back to Memphis anytime they want.
When you have an offense over the years that gets a lot of the accolades, and a defense that has had its moments but has struggled at other times, for them to come out on this stage and perform like that, how good does that make you feel?
Well, this is the 2019 Memphis Tiger football team. That was the first time you got a chance to see these guys, the work that they put in the summer. Coach Storms and his staff, you know, I can't compliment them for the job that they did with our guys. You know, we were strong, we were fast. Our guys played with tremendous energy. To see them go out and perform at a high level is just what our expectation is. And you know, to get the first opportunity and to capitalize on it, now it's time to get better. So I'm really proud of the guys. But you know, we did what we needed to do in game one, and we're going to learn from it, and we're going to continue to work to get better.
Were you surprised at how low scoring this game was?
You never really know. I mean, going into the first game, you know, it's always, you know, crazy things. And you know, we had three first-time starters on the offensive line. You know, they have some talented guys on that side of the ball, and it was you never know how the game's going to go. I wish we would have execute a little bit better at certain times, and maybe stretch the lead. You know, we had a couple opportunities to be able to do that, but whatever it takes to win, be 1 point better, and our guys did that today. So really proud of them.
Coach, we saw a lot of emotion from you guys after the game. Could you tell this week how bad they wanted it?
You know, I think if you're around this program enough, emotion is something that we don't lack. And our kids, they love playing the game. And you get an opportunity to go out on that stage to find a way to be successful in that moment. I hope there was a lot of emotion. And you know what? If we get an opportunity to this next week to put ourselves in a position to win a game, I want to see a little bit more emotion, because that just needs to be the standard. We continue to get better. These guys know that every week is necessary, every practice is necessary. So we bring passion just about everything we do.
Okay. Thank you.